Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World again. Hi, Diane. Hi, Bumblebee. You're always the first to hear. Yes, it's Sunday again. Weeks seem to go past so fast. I mean, here it is August already, and it just seems like we arrived in spring. But, yeah. Anyway, it's August 11th, and I'm here like I am every Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time to tell you what I sold the weekend or the week of, the 7 days before. Hi, Debbie. Hi. Happy Sunday to you too. Oh, yes, I have a couple new people that I'm watching. I'll tell you about after I tell you what I sold. Not a very good week again. Very slow, 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 slow. I did skip a day of listing this week. And today, I don't think I'm going to list because I'd like to take Sundays off as far as listing. I may take the pictures later before the light goes away, but I'll save them for tomorrow. Hi, Shelly Shack. Hi. Janet Kay's here. Turning in from Treasure Island, Florida, here for a long weekend. Oh, that sounds nice. It's cool here for the last couple days. I have actually been chilly. Now that seems crazy for August to me. I changed from a short sleeve t-shirt. This is a long sleeve t-shirt, and I have a little sweatshirt on. Yeah, it's in the low 70s here, and at night, I think last night it was in the 50s. Crazy. But I guess it's better than a heat wave and being 90 something and humid. Yeah, I'd much rather have this weather. So I've been watching videos about YouTube. That's how I found a couple new people to follow the last few days. And I get ideas of what to video, and then I get tired and sleepy and I don't do it. So that's my problem. I've got to do my videos in the morning when I have energy. Yes, it is beautiful here the last couple days. It's supposed to be really nice tomorrow too. Nice in St. Louis too, yeah. Well, I have to tell you that my new used dryer is in the basement. It's not hooked up. The guy that delivers them came yesterday with the dryer, but because of my door he has to bring in through the storm cellar doors, which are completely collapsed. I got them opened. They were in pieces. They're just laying in pieces out there. And then, of course, the steps. I'm going to take video of this hopefully tomorrow. Take video of the what it looks like, and you'll see. It was a mess in there. Of course, it's been raining, and rain can come down through those, even if the doors are shut. It gets in there. They're not waterproof. And being all broken, it was just pouring in. And luckily, my sump pump is right in there, right past the door, right in the corner. So the water that comes down the steps, they're old stone steps, and you'll see them in the video, just pours down there. And of course, the wet leaves is full of wet leaves. And last evening, or the 2 evenings before, I decided I'd better clean that out so the man bringing the dryer could get in through the doors, and then he wouldn't slip on the wet leaves. So I started trying to push the wet leaves aside and sweep them out. It was hard to sweep with what I had. Now, I do have a little rake now. It'll be easy now. And the leaves are drying out. So I will explain this better when I have the videos. But as it was just getting started getting dusk, and I was trying to sweep these leaves, and something moved, and it wasn't a mouse. It to me, I saw in my mind it was a big furry spider. So I gave up that idea for then. I shut the door again and barred it shut, and yeah, waited till today, or waited till yesterday when the man came. Well, he couldn't get it. He could not get the dryer through the door without taking the door off, the inner door. He tried to get it off. All the screws were stuck and he couldn't get it. But I'll tell you all about that after I show you what I sold. Yeah, tomorrow I would take pictures of it, but how the door, the inner door is barred shut, like Katie barred the door. And yeah, so I didn't get my dryer yesterday. He couldn't get it in, but something good happened from all of this, and I'll tell you about it after I show you what I sold. I sold 15 items on eBay and on Poshmark, and I sold 8 on eBay and 7 on Poshmark, so sort of even. Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen and we'll go through these, and so I can get to the stories. Okay, the first thing I sold, this was last on the 4th, which was when? Last Sunday. I sold this rose and olive sleeveless floral top. I didn't know what to call this design. It's a little bit floral, but I don't know what you call this type of a design. Does anybody know? Yeah, this was a sort of a slinky, flowy fabric. Had a V-notch neckline in it and had tassels, so it was sort of boho. This sold for $16.93 in a 30% off sale at the end of the week last week. So yeah, so this sold on the 4th, and they paid $16.93 plus shipping, so they paid a total of $24.56. And the next thing is a pair of Columbia Bermuda hiking shorts, women's size 6. These were ripstop fabric. They had zipper pockets and snap pockets and cargo pockets, and these sold for $15.55 with a 30% off sale plus shipping. So they paid a total of $22.26. And that first item, that little blouse, went to Illinois someplace, Rockford, Illinois. Oh, Rockford. And this went to Fayetteville, New York. The next thing is a pair of Talbots, slim ankle denim jeans. I haven't had these too long, in a size 18W. These sold for $17.49 plus shipping. They paid a total of $28.09. So these went to Santa Fe, New Mexico. This next little dress is very boho. This is had a lace-up neck, like a lace-up neck with tassels, had big balloon sleeves. It was a little shift dress, knee length, a lot of crochet in amongst the sleeves here, and had down the front was all crocheted. This was a pretty little dress. This went to Encino, California, and it sold for $16.48 plus shipping. They paid $23.90 for this. The next thing is this loft button-up, just a button-up blouse. This was this linen? Doesn't say. This, oh yes, linen blend, long sleeve, blue and white striped shirt. And this sold for $14.24 with a 25% off sale. They paid shipping, of course, and this went to Chattanooga, Tennessee. This I just put on, I think last week. This was that large Brooks Brothers shirt, men's 3XL. It was the golden fleece, which means it has this tiny little fleece, little sheep here. Button-down blouse, button-down shirt, a long sleeve. Really nice. It sold for $24.74. This went to Hillsville, Virginia. They paid a total of $34.60 with the shipping. Next is a Talbot's. This is a cute little blouse. This is a faux wrap, new with tags, size large blouse, long sleeves with this daisy pattern. And this sold for only $14.99 with a 25% off sale. And they paid a total of $22.16 when they paid shipping. And this went to New Canaan, Connecticut. And here's this crazy little Umgee USA sleeveless shift dress. This is a size medium. Had this patchwork part on the front, and then this is just so, I said floral, but it's hard to, I guess it is floral, tiny little floral, like ditzy floral. Yeah, this sold for boy, I can't see for nothing. Sold for only $15. Now, I don't understand how this went so low, unless I put the wrong price on this, but it must have been a best offer because this wasn't even on sale, but it had a best offer on. I must have had, this must have been one of the things I've had for quite a while. Yeah, only $15 they paid for this. And with shipping, they paid $21.75. And this went to Eagle, Idaho. And now we go to Poshmark. This is a sweater by Gap. It's the Gap Luxe V-neck sweater, long sleeve, wide stripes, women, small, red and gray. And this was an Angora blend. This sold for $16, and I netted $12 for the sweater, and it went to Austin, Texas. Next thing is a pair of Champion golf shorts, new with tags, size 36, dark gray, hidden and cell pockets in a duo dry, and they were flex. New with tags. Thank you, Stacy. This is one of the many golf shorts that she sent me. So I didn't pay anything for this. Thank you. And I paid, they paid $16 for these. There was a shipping discount, so I only made $10.78. It was pure profit. This went to Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania. Next is a Talbot's Pure Irish Linen button-up shirt. It had the pleats, little pleats on the front, little cap sleeves in this pretty bright pink color. And this was a size medium. It sold for $22. There was a shipping discount, so I made $15.58. And this went to Lake Havasu City, Arizona. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, probably. Next is these cute pair of American Eagle linen striped paper bag high waist shorts. I think these was from Bumblebee's box, but I'm not sure anymore. But I think so. These sold for $12. I made $9.05, and these went to Holden, Massachusetts. This is a pair of Ann Taylor jeans. It's jumping around here. In a size 10 long, beige denim, all cotton with a tapered leg. These sold for $22. There was a shipping discount. They went to San Francisco, California. So I actually netted $15.58 for these, and I've had these for quite a while. This was a really nice sweater by BKE. Large cable stitched down the front. This was cotton, I think. Yeah, cotton. This sold for $22. I netted $17.60. I've had this a while too. And this went to Hutchinson, Kansas. And the last thing, which I almost canceled, was this Polo Ralph Lauren V-neck sweater, men extra large, 100% Pima cotton. This was a really nice sweater, and it's a Polo Ralph Lauren. Now, the reason I almost canceled this is because after this person bought it, it was a woman, and she kept asking me questions about it. Now, she had already bought it, and she said, well, what about, is there a hole in this? It looks like you're pointing at something. Is that a hole? Well, there was no picture of me pointing at anything on this listing. I don't know if she meant the pins that the sleeves were being held up with. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, there it was. See, I stretched the arms out and I put a pin there. And I don't know if that's what she saw. I have no idea what she saw. But there was nothing. This was in good condition. So then she asked me, why didn't she get the shipping discount? Well, on my end, it shows that she got a shipping discount. So I said, it shows that you got a shipping discount. So I said, I'm going to wait for a couple hours before I print out this shipping label. And if you think you need to cancel this order, I won't print the shipping label for a couple hours. So I waited and waited for a good 4 or 5 hours, and she didn't, and finally sent a message, oh, we're good. I see. I took a better look at the picture or something like that. And she bought it. So I'm hoping I don't get this back for some reason. But I took it out of the package again, which I hate to do after something's all ready to go. And I looked it all over, and it was fine. And yeah, this is a Polo Ralph Lauren. This is probably $100 and some sweater that she's buying for $20 and with a shipping discount. So I netted $13.98 for this, which I should have had this marked higher, but the reason not, let me get back here. The reason I don't is because things are selling, at least moving, when I put these much, to me, they're too low a price, but evidently that's what they're going for. So let me show you. This is just this is just eBay now. I'll tell you Poshmark's numbers when I get back. This is total sales 197.81. This is from the 4th to the 10th. Net sales I only made after all the selling costs, etc., $111.32. And that's not even taking off my cost of goods. So yeah, just say 350 times, I think there's 8 on eBay. So that's, you have to take it. So I've made well below $100. Yeah, not good, not good. So let me get back here. And yeah, as far as Poshmark goes, on Poshmark, there was a gross sales of $130, which netted me $94.57. Now, the average selling price on eBay was $24.73. The average selling price on Poshmark was only $18.57. So I don't know. That's a bit of a difference there. But when you come down to how much I netted off of both sales from all week from both platforms, I netted $205.89 minus cost of goods. I don't like to do that, so I didn't. You have to say, that's how many sales? 15 sales total times $3.50. That's how much more you have to take off that. So, 16 in the 16 people here. Yeah, big discounts are helping. I know. Let me go back here because I can't read this when I'm telling you all that stuff. Are any of it? Let's see. Shelly Shack has bought things from me. I get things from Stacy, which is Bryland Farm, and I get things from Bumblebee. Yeah. Yes, please, if you're not a subscriber, this is not a live sale. No, this is me telling what I sold the past week. I'm on every Sunday and tell you what I sold the past week. Thank you. People are answering the questions for me. Yes, thank you. These sales don't seem to have been on YouTube. They seem to be from elsewhere. These sales are from eBay and Poshmark. Yeah, I don't do the live auctions. I don't do Whatnot, and I don't do the Poshmark live sales. I am way too slow and confused for that. I'd have to have a helper, and I don't have anybody to help me. So, yeah, I haven't ever tried that. I'm sorry. Bye, Southern Belle. Come back sometime. Join us. Yeah, I would if I could, Bumblebee, but I just no. 18. Welcome, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I don't have that many years left to build up my channel for years to get any money from this. Yes, I think some people, yes, some people buy. I've had sales from my subscribers. Hi, Riri. You've seen live sales and of small antiques on YouTube. Yes, yes, I have to. 20. Well, thank you everybody for coming in and taking a peek at me. On with the story about my getting my the problem with getting my dryer in the door from the storm cellar doors. The deliverer man, Ken, he could not get the door off in order to get the dryer through the door. So he had to take the dryer back up the steps and put it back in his truck. And he said, I will be back tomorrow. And he knew, I told him I was hunting for a handyman and asked him if he knew anybody. And he said, yes, he did actually. And he was going to call him and see if he would come over. So he called me later on in the evening and said his name is Mark and he's going to come with me and see how he's sure that he could build me storm cellar doors. And he's retired and he does handyman work on the side. So he came in. He didn't like how my dryer vent whole thing was just, I don't know who made it. It was pieces of big duct, plastic ducts, like round, like, is that 4-inch, like 4-inch piping, hooked to the back of my dryer and out through the window of the basement. And it was all taped together with duct tape and it was a mess. So the handyman guy, Mark, he said, no, we're going to make you a better system. So they did not hook my dryer up yet. But Mark, the handyman guy, is going to come back tomorrow morning and he's going to take measurements. He's going to build me a storm cellar doors. He's going to take measurements on all that and he'll buy everything. And it'll be so much cheaper than the first estimate I got from another man that came to see it a year ago. And also, he does handyman work. And I told him how my other handyman, who is actually a missionary, and he's off in Thailand. So he married a girl from Thailand, and she wanted to go back and live at home. So they went back to Thailand, and I don't have my handyman for the last 2 or 3 years now. I haven't been able to find one. And so this whole thing, that not being able to get the dryer through the door, this may have turned into something good, that I may find myself with a new handyman. So that would be wonderful because I can keep him busy at least a couple times a month, like a day, like 2 days a month, I could keep him busy. And he says, well, that's exactly how he works. Other people, they make him a list, and that's how I do it. I make him a list, and then he tries to get everything on the list done, and like twice a month. And that worked out so good before, and I'm just hoping that this will be a good thing. So he's coming back tomorrow to hook up my dryer, and then he's going to take measurements of the storm cellar. And hopefully, yeah, this will turn out really good. Yes. Yes, God is good. See, everything happens. I think everything happens for a reason. You may not ever know the reason, but I can see how this happened. This was good. They are very hard to find now. I've been looking for a couple years for a new handyman. I thought I found one for a short while. It was a man and his wife, but I think when I tried to call him back like last year, they never answered. And I think my jobs weren't big enough for them. They had, when they first drove into the driveway, they had a whole van with their name across the van. This wasn't just a guy that does this on the side. This was their business. So I thought, but their prices were great. And the two of them working together, they could get things done. And I thought it was really good, except I think they just wanted bigger, uh, bigger jobs. So, uh, yeah, so I'm hoping this was okay. 3 of the things I sold were from Bumblebees, different boxes. Uh, those linen shorts, the Talbot's top, and the rose and olive top. That's why I love Bumblebee's boxes. I sell so much. She is such a fantastic picker. Uh, and it doesn't necessarily have to be brand names. I think Bumblebee picks on style and fabric and that type of thing, which I think means even more. Yeah. So I have a Zoom call tomorrow between 11 and 12. I told him about it and he says, no worries, just unbar the door and you don't have to be down there for him to hook up the dryer. So yeah. Then he's going to take measurements and hopefully get what he'll give me a price then for the storm cellar doors because I still don't have a price yet. But so that'll be good. It's got to be better. The guy that came the first time, I think what he was going to do is buy the doors all pre-made, and they were made of that the fake wood, whatever that is. It's terribly expensive, and the whole job was going to cost $2,700. Now I knew that wasn't right. Yeah, so yeah, I just never even called him back, which I probably should have called him back. That was bad on me. But yeah, this will be good. So, if to tell you the truth, my son is in construction. He works all week. He's a very hard worker. In fact, he thinks he's going to retire this next year. His back's in horrible shape and his knees are in horrible shape. And he wants to retire before he gets crippled. So, but really, down in my deep soul, I think that my son should have come out here and helped me with these problems. But when he gets off work and the weekends in the summer, especially when you can do these things, he golfs, and that's what he does. That's his big love. And yeah. So I don't know. He calls me on the phone and talks to me, which is good. So does my daughter, but nobody comes out here. It's like I live in another state. Uh, but I have you people to talk to. Yeah, some places are. Yeah, this was just a guy that did things on the side, but he was so busy, he couldn't even get back to me for like 3 or 4 months. I just think he didn't even want the job. Maybe that's why he priced it so high. I don't know, but it worked because I didn't call him back. Uh, so that is what I have for this week. I want to show you. I told you I would show you we talked last time, I think Thursday, about my mom reading books to us when we were little before bed. This is when we were real little. And they were the Bobbsey twin books. And I hunted on eBay. I think it was either eBay or Etsy. I got these. And these are two old ones. I think the copyright, one is 1927, the other is 1934. So they were both available back when we were little kids. You know, I was born in 42. So I read some of it. They're so basic. I mean, they are written for little kids. And there's big series of the Bobbsey twins, and they went on for years. They kept making new ones, or the author kept writing new ones, and the newer ones have nicer covers, and then they have also the paper covers on them too, all nice and colored and everything. I'm going to try to get a couple of those too. But just basic, really nice, easy stories to read to little kids. Nothing controversial, of course. And yeah, except they did have a cook. They did have a cook. It was about a mother and father, and they had 4 children. And 2 of them were like older, maybe, I'm not even sure if they were teenagers. I think they were under teens. And then they had 2 of the children, the Bobbsey twins, were twins, a boy and a girl, Freddie and Flossie. And that's what these books are all about. Yeah. If you want to see my favorite book when I was tiny little. Now, this is an old one, but it's not as old as the ones I had when I was tiny, but it's the same exact story. Sometime I'll read this. This was first copyrighted the year I was born in 1942. But this one was, this book was from 1970. But the Pokey Little Puppy. Does anybody ever remember this? I always loved this, along with Peter Rabbit and all those series of books. Yeah. You remember that, Kiki? Yes. Pokey Little Puppy that dug a hole under the fence with his other, how many were there? There were 4 others, 4 of his brothers and sisters, and 5 little puppies dug a hole under the fence and went for a walk in the wide, wide world. Yeah. So, yes, I could have a channel of reading little stories, reading little old golden books like this to little kids. You call your dog that, the Pokey Little Puppy? Yeah, my dog, Penny, just loved having those 2 guys here today. I let her out to say hi to them when we were talking out on the deck, and she got the zoomies, and she raced around the yard and was so happy to see somebody. Uh, yeah, she loves company. She raced and raced around. Uh, yeah, like Jean's story time, but Shirley's story time. Right. Uh, yes, I like the golden books. There's so many wonderful stories of the old ones, sh- for the little kids. Not the more in-depth ones, but the little ones about, like this is very short. It's a very short little story. Uh, oh yes, two new YouTube people. One of them is Buzz's Retirement Garage. Is that it? Yes, Buzz's Retirement Garage. I've been watching him. You should tune in on him. He retired last year, I guess. He retired when he was 63, and he started YouTube. And he has a lot of followers, and he does some live, but most are recorded. And you should go on and see him. He's very easy to listen to and easy to watch. He's a natural at this. He talks about everything. He talks about gardening and all kinds of stuff. Mostly about how they're trying to live. His wife and him, they're trying to live. They have savings, but they're trying to see if they can live on just their Social Security. And once a month, he brings out his whiteboard and tells you all the numbers. And he lives right here in the Cleveland area. So I don't exactly know where, but he goes to Costco, he goes to Sam's Club. And yeah, he tells about his shopping trips and how much he spends. And yeah, he's fun to listen to. And what was the other one? I meant to keep it up here so I could remember the name. Well, because of Bumblebee telling me about Trash Pandas, Trash Pandas Thrift. There are a couple that sell on eBay and Poshmark. I think it's both. And they put videos out about, I watched the one, she sent me the one about keywords and about, that was one of them when she sent me. And the other one is about, yeah, well, it's keywords, but it's about these new words that come out. Like right now, it's a big one is called fairycore. Fairycore, like fairies, like Tinkerbell. And it's anything sort of lacy or with tulle on it, or anything very feminine, lacy, semi-sheer, that type of thing. So I went back through my whole inventory and I put that in the title on several of things because I knew of several of the things I could add that to. So she's good to listen to for that. Yeah, but there was another thing about YouTube, and now I'll never think of it. But Buzz's Retirement Garage, that's the last one I've been listening to. So go visit him. He also, Sam somebody is the other one. They both started following me too, subscribed to me. And so I went and subscribed to them and started listening to their YouTube channels. And they're both very good. And I wish I could think of the Sam's one. Sam, it's his name. It's his whole name, Sam somebody. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? Yeah, the storytelling channels have been quite popular since the plague. I think they were probably real popular during the plague. Uh, Start a second channel and you're tuning in. Yeah, who I think one of these guys that I just started listening to, maybe it's Buzz's, has another channel too. Several people have more than one channel. I know when I did just blogs, my blog, if you go to Shirley's World blog instead of vlog, uh, I had uh, two different channels or different blogs on there. One was Shirley's World. Let me just see here. I don't have them pulled up here. Shirley's World on Blogspot. And the other one was, I don't have it pulled up, darn. Oh, it was called It's Always Something. And it's about things that would happen, things that would go wrong. You know, both of those blogs. I may pull some of those topics off of there. Somebody suggested that for topics on your YouTube channel is if you had a blog, you can go back and pull subjects off of that. So I may go back and watch or see some of those again. See if I can pull some of those subjects off. Your little girl likes watching you too when I have it on. Ah, that's nice. Yes, I'm very safe for children. Even though when you put your blog on, you have to say it's not for children. I don't understand that, but it's something about the advertisers. I don't know. I don't know if you would say one swear word, maybe they would demonetize you or something. I don't know. And who knows? You could always slip and say a minor swear word. Uh, I call those golf terms. Uh, but I try not to do that. YouTube doesn't seem to be that strict about that anymore because I watch a lot of YouTubers that, talk, everyday talk. Another one I watch, I don't know if you'd be interested, but Meaty Mama. Meaty, like meat, Meat, meaty with a Y, Meaty Mama. And the reason I started watching her was because my daughter told me to, because she does the same thing. She's a dasher and she does, deliveries, food deliveries and grocery deliveries, the same as my daughter does. And she's really funny. And she's from Florida. She's down in Florida. And I watch her pretty much every one she puts on. And she is surviving on YouTube, really. She has a severely autistic son, and it's had all kinds of hospitalizations. She's so much in debt that it's scary. So thank goodness this YouTube has taken off for her because, yeah. So you should all go take a look at her and see if it's something you'd like to watch. She's funny. You have to watch a few of them to get her sense of humor. Uh, yeah. Shelley says that's a new thing at our house. She's always asking if is a swear word or can she say something. She she keeps us on our toes. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, sometimes it's hard not to laugh. I know. Uh, yeah, well, I have no little kids around here anymore. Uh, I have to say that probably since I've been living entirely by myself, and I mean, I don't know who ever says they don't talk to themselves when they're alone, but I can say for sure they're not telling the truth because when you live alone enough, of course you talk to yourself. It starts by talking. If you have pets, it starts by you talking to your pets, and that seems perfectly normal, right? But then it goes on that you actually are talking to yourself because there's no one else to talk to, you know? You have to use your voice once in a while. Uh, so here I am still with a full cup of tea. Uh, it's only lukewarm. Um, this is just English breakfast tea. I've been sweetening not my morning coffee, but any tea or like my coffee later on in the day. If I have a cup, I've been sweetening it with maple syrup. Now, sometimes I sweeten tea with honey, uh, but it definitely has a distinct taste when you put honey in it. And I actually like the maple syrup in it better. But sometimes honey's good for you. So that's about it for today. I have to put these things away, put my tags away. I have sold 2 things today so far. It'll go into next week's, but it's still so slow. And hoping it will get better. I'm hoping to make some more YouTube videos this week. I have got to get busy doing that. So stay safe, everybody, and stay happy and blessed. And I will see you on Tuesday evening at 7:30 my time, Eastern time. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.